All right, man, we got a good one today. We're going to be talking to Jason. He's got his implants down here, had some dental work, worked with our guy Johnny, so there's a little testimonial in this video, but we're also going to be talking about what he's got his implants, but we're also going to be talking about what his plans are for Costa Rica, what he was doing before he got here. This is going to be a little deeper. It's not all about you, Johnny, this time. A lot about you, but not everything about you. All right, man, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form and you'll be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. Hey man, I love the subscribes, but YouTube does not care. If you want to see our videos when we put them up, you got to hit the notification bell. All right, done with that. Jason, thanks for talking to us. Yeah. I almost stumbled there for a minute. I had to slow my pace down. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. This is okay. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Jason, actually, come to find out, has been watching our videos for like 10 years. Is that true?
Yes. Yep.
So he ended up finding Johnny through us, filled out that form, the medical form, and connected with Johnny, and we're going to be talking about that connection. But what I want to say first, real quick, is if you need anything, hip replacement, implants, get skin removed, stem cell therapy, hip surgery, anything, go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com, scroll down a little bit, fill out a very quick form, and I'm going to push it right over to Johnny. What's happening now, guys, is Johnny takes care of his clients so much. People like Jason are lined up to show him the love that he gives them when they come down here, and he hooks them up. And we'll be talking about all that. All right, I'm sorry. Let's get to you though.
No,
so, man, it's hot. All right, Jason, have you been to Costa Rica before?
Yes, I've been coming since 2007. Came down here the first time. My friends had actually bought a bed and breakfast called the Mango Moon in Manuel Antonio. And
sounds like a plug, Jason.
Yeah, they don't own it anymore. They've sold it now. But I had a sushi restaurant, and I've done catering concession for many years. So I came down to help them set up their kitchen and for all their guests down
So
there.
has it always been just vacationing down here? Did you have in your mind, were you going, I'm gonna live down there someday?
Well, I came down here just on a whim, and I just spent 6 weeks backpacking around the country. After that, I showed them what they needed to know, and then I just spent the rest of the time just traveling, and I fell in love with it. And so much I was looked at it, and I was like considered tossing my passport right into the ocean right down there. I looked at the ocean, I was like, maybe I could just stay here.
Maybe
you know?
this is okay. So you kind of mentioned it. So before we get into like the implants and all that stuff, what do you where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from near Orlando, Florida. I have a catering concession company called Japanese Flair. We do large music events, festivals, and any large venue that you have. And then we do private catering as well. I actually go to people's house, and I've been a hibachi teppanyaki chef for many years now. And with the business, we'll actually go there, cater. And what's become real popular ever since COVID is actually the live hibachi shows at your house, where people would normally go to the Japanese steakhouse and the chef does his tricks and flips the eggs up and does all that. Well, now I'll actually set up at people's house, go right to them.
Like a Benihana in your home?
Yeah, just like a Benihana at your home, yes. And it's become really popular, especially.
What was that festival you just got done doing?
We just got done Okeechobee Music Festival.
Oh, sweet.
One of the largest ones in the country. Brings people from all around the world. I think they had 60,000 people there. And we were one of the highest selling food vendors in the whole festival.
Nice.
There's great, very high, fast pace, feeding a lot of people, making people happy. The music is there, and they've got great atmosphere. So it keeps me busy doing that. And well, then I've also working on my new business, which is Pura Vitality.
Which we're going to get into in a minute. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of questions on actually what you're doing now and what you're going to be doing.
Okay.
But let's get you, so you ran into you've been watching our videos, and I guess at some point you did find Johnny. I guess you had some dental stuff you wanted to done, and you connected with Johnny. We have to talk about him at least for a few minutes. Or he gets,
don't make his head too big
gets sad, I know, right? He gets very sad.
Yeah.
So, what was your experience like with, we're going to talk about a little bit about Johnny and your just overall experience with the doctors, who's ever doing your thing.
Well, Door to door, the experience was amazing. I was, I've looked at doing. I've had 2 teeth that were knocked out years ago when I was like 18 years old, bobbing for apples. Don't do that.
You should be. That should be a better story.
Yeah, that is a whole.
I was fighting 6 dudes.
That's a whole story in its own, right there. But so I've had it. So I had the bridge for years, and I've always wanted to get the implants done. But to get them done in the States, you're looking at $10,000 to $12,000 is what I was quoted by all the dentists over there.
Like $6,000 a piece, or something.
Yeah. Well, then for the 4 crowns, I had to go with it as well. Plus, they had to do moving some of the gums to where it receded over years from having the bridge in there. And so they had to do some of that. I came down here. Johnny helped set up everything as far as my travel insurance, which is always, I hate doing that because it's a pain just getting on there. It's not really that difficult, but I'm not good at following directions. So he set all that up for me, got me through here. And I get here and it's like literally took like 3 hours, 4 hours. I had my whole vacation, had the time of a lifetime for 17 days down here. I mean, I made so many memories. I went in there and in like 3.5 hours, they had the implants in, done, and my temporaries were set. And
so that's where you have to, they put them in, then you have to wait a while, right, or something?
It takes about 3 to 6 months because your teeth will shift as it's healing with the bones and stuff like that. So it takes about 3 to 6 months, and then you'll come back and get your permanents put in, which actually that's what I'm going to be doing while I'm here now. I'm going on Monday to have my permanents put in.
Ah, nice. So how much, because Johnny does as much hand-holding as he has to. Was he involved in a lot of different things? Was he helping you a lot, or was he just kind of?
He helped me a lot. I mean, he was there for me, helping me on booking the time with the dentist, and even I had a problem with I missed my bus that I was supposed to come back from my appointment, so I had to reschedule my time. And in the States, if you miss an appointment with a dentist,
miss an appointment,
you're done. That's it. It's gonna be another month or 2. But they were able to be like, okay, we're just gonna call this other guy, see if we can switch around. We got you in for this evening instead of that morning. So they worked around that, which like I said, in the States, that would never happen.
And they would have charged you for it.
And they would have charged you for it, exactly. So still got there, got the work done. I mean, the experience was amazing. The dental office that I went to in Santa Ana was just, we actually enjoyed the time that I was there. The dentist and his secretary, Stephanie, she was amazing, laughing, singing to the songs the whole time as we're going. It was like, I actually enjoyed being there, where normally it's like a scary, troublesome experience.
Well, especially for what you're doing, they're going to be drilling up in your teeth.
They let me take pictures with them and stuff as I'm doing it too, so it's full open about everything, showing me what they're doing, explaining it as we went, and so that's what a lot of people, I try to tell them about this dental and medical work here in Costa Rica, and they're like, oh, we're going to be getting hacked on in some back alley,
It's weird how if people haven't done much traveling, they really do have that perception.
They think it's like the movie Hostel.
Come this way, back in the alley, and there's this Russian guy, really, or something.
Yeah, but it's nothing like that. The dental office was very clean,
just like it would be in the
not
States.
Better. They were even more professional, than a lot of the offices there. And you get the one-on-one experience with the dentist, where normally you don't even get to speak to the dentist in the States. It's a dental hygienist who's working on you the whole time. The dentist comes in for 2 minutes, goes, nah, okay, you're done, and that's it. He doesn't talk to you, doesn't say nothing to you. He comes in, says, okay, that's it, and he walks out. Here it was actually the dentist went over everything with me. He did the whole procedure, told me everything as we went, and he even got his personal phone number. You know what I mean? His personal WhatsApp.
Who does that?
Who does that? So I could actually contact him if I had a problem. So you'd never get that service from a dentist in the States. So to me it was great. Made me feel real comfortable. Very happy with everything I received, and.
I don't want to. We don't have to get too personal on this question. But were you happy with the price?
The price was amazing. I paid less than $4,000 for everything that would have cost me over $12,000.
Less than $4,000 for all the stuff.
For everything, and that's even my return visits. So even now that I've been back, the checkup yesterday where they took them out, got the impressions for my permanent teeth, and then I go back on Monday, and they were put in the permanent. So it's all covered.
$4,000.
Yes.
Now I could be wrong, but a lot of people. Like you, I think you just did, kind of talk about this in the United States and other places. It's $6,000 per tooth.
Per tooth, yes. So I mean, I got to spend 17 days at the time of my life, like the best vacation I've ever had. I got to get my dental work done. I got to travel around, and I still was left over with thousands of dollars extra at the end of it. So basically, I mean, I paid for all my dental work for the same price of what I would have paid in the States to have it done, just to go back to my house and, you know, see nothing and do nothing.
I think I know the answer to this, but did you ever feel like, well, I think you kind of alluded to it, but did you ever feel like that $4,000 was such a cheap price that you got slighted on any of the work you're doing, or they put in like cheap plastic? I don't know.
At first, of
mean?
course, you're worried. Like anybody, any American, you know, they say, "Oh, that's too cheap. They got to be doing something wrong." You know, like they're going to be botching something or this and that. And at first, you think like that, you know, as well.
It's like too good to be true.
Too good to be true, because normally if it's too good to be true, it is. But it was actually, it's all true. They've taken great care of me, door to door, everything. Followed up on it. I mean, anytime I messaged them, they got me right in on a whim too. They even worked around my vacations while I'm down here to get me in, so on my time schedule. You know,
I'll be doing a zip line. I can't.
Yeah, I got an appointment. You know, like I'm going on an excursion. Can I come on Monday? You know,
and they would probably go, yeah,
okay, yeah,
you can.
And so they did. So I mean, and you know, that's service you just can't get in the States. So I mean, I'm very happy with it, and I'd recommend it to anybody.
Sweet, man. Okay, that's another shout out to Johnny. Johnny gets these shout outs so much it's almost is getting a little embarrassing because his head's probably getting a little bigger. But guys, this is why people are coming down here. Decent prices, great doctors. Johnny can handhold you if you need that. He goes way above and beyond. If you don't believe it, look at some of the other videos we've done where he's gone way above and beyond. But you know what? He won't say this, but I'm gonna tell you. Please don't just use him for your like free information. If you're gonna fill out the form, be serious. Don't like do that phishing thing stuff where you just keep asking them questions after questions when you know you're not really gonna use them. Please don't do that. Don't be that person. All right, okay, now I wanna get back to some other interesting stuff. So you do I just call it the Japan stuff, I guess.
Catering and concessions.
So,
yeah.
but you ended up buying land down here.
I did. I mean, I realized when I first came down here in 2007 that I loved Costa Rica, and I was going to find a way to make a business and have property down here, and hopefully eventually be able to stay here full time and eventually retire down here.
So you bought the land. Now you're not ready to do full time yet, right?
Not yet. And I still have my business there, which is kind of good because I really only have my busy months in like March, April, May, and then I'm really busy in October, November, December. And the other times of the year in the summer, first of all, you don't want to be cooking over a grill in the heat in the summer. It's miserable, it's horrible. So I'm like, I need to find another business to keep me, and I mean, I don't need the income, but I need to keep me busy during those times.
Yeah, you got to stay busy.
Yeah.
Idle hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
So, are you on your plan right now? So you got the land. What are you doing?
I am. It's going to be called the Pura Vitality Retreat, and it's going to be a wellness center as well as a campgrounds as well. So I want to do yoga classes there. I want to do spiritual healing. I want to help people with. I mean, the big stress in the United States is mental wellness. We forget about that a lot of times, and it's not just about dental or medical work, but actually your mental health.
Especially now.
Yes,
actually.
It's mental health, especially coming after COVID, and so many people forget about that. You got to take some time for yourself. I looked at my aunt, for example, has worked for the last 20 years and she hasn't taken one vacation. And I'm just like, you realize
that's not good.
And she has to do surgeries on her feet, and she's like, well, I have to have these surgeries because I stand on my feet so often. I was like, well, if you would just take a little bit more time, take some vacations, let your feet rest, you wouldn't have to, so your body starts to break down working too much. Your mind starts to break down, your mental health. We need to make that time for our body to heal, and and for family too, and the vacations. Here.
So is this going to be like a retreat? Is it going to be a community? I mean, explain the?
Well, I'm going to have a campgrounds there for open to the public that people can come, but I'm going to hold different retreats and then do different seminars and stuff like that as well.
All centered around like a wellness.
All centered around wellness, yes.
Okay.
Mental healing, spiritual healing, and eventually probably even do addiction and stuff like that as well. I'd like to help people in any way.
I'd like to sign up first. I'll be on the front of that one.
I'd love to have you.
So what's the timeline for that? Or do you have a timeline, or are you just kind of playing it by ear? Or what
I just got there, just started working on the property. I got my grasp of what I want to do. I spent a few nights out there camping. Right now there's no electric, no Wi-Fi, and there's nothing around. So
I saw your setup.
Yeah.
Look, actually, for as rustic as it looked, it was like, I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Brought the little hammock tent with me down. That kept me off the ground, which was nice, you know. And the first night setting up there in the dark was a little bit sketchy, you know. It's like, okay. Johnny's like, are you going to be okay? I was like, I hope so. We'll find
Johnny hasn't camped a day in his life.
Yeah. We've been trying to get him and his wife to come out to the campgrounds. Maybe one day, you know. But yeah, no. So I'm gonna try to come down. Hopefully within six months or so, I'm gonna have it ready to open. We're starting this summer building, getting the septic tank put in to where we can put in a bathroom and shower. Then we can start hosting people to come down. A lot of it, I want to actually using a lot of expats to volunteer to help out with the building. I want to try to keep as much of it natural as possible and use reoccurring resources like the bamboo that's on the property.
If you're gonna do wellness, you got to kind of go an organic type of thing, I think.
And
right?
there's so many people that want to travel down here. I basically can offer them a free place to stay, and I've been cooking for mass amounts of people for years with my catering concession company. So cooking for everybody is not an issue or a problem. So offering them free food, free stay to come help in building and developing of this retreat that we want to have. I've already got some yoga instructors that plan to come down and they want to stay on the property and teach yoga for the people that are there. And I've got even doctors that have said they're going to be graduating with their PhD, that they said, hey, we'll be there to be able to help take care of anybody if someone gets sick or anything like that. So we want a massage therapist.
Even we have actually, since we've been living down here a long time, we actually know a lot of people that kind of do the Reiki thing, trauma treatments for people that are going through certain mental issues, massages, all this kind. We have a lot of people that, well, actually, you know, what I'd like to do is, if you don't mind, if anybody's interested in contacting you in any way of asking you any questions, or maybe they're interested in helping you with volunteering, or maybe they're a massage person, or maybe they're this, maybe they're that, is it okay if I put your email in the description of this video here?
Yes,
so
please
they can contact you?
Yep, puravitalityhealth@gmail.com.
Say it one more time.
puravitalityhealth@gmail.com. And that's to my Pura Vitality page, and that's going to be where I'm going to have everything going for the retreat. I've started a Facebook page and an Instagram. I've got the website being developed.
No TikTok?
Right now. No, actually, I do have a TikTok. I have one of my employees that started a TikTok for Pura Vitality.
Are you dancing on it?
No, I got a few videos of me working on some stuff and starting to get things going on the property. But yeah, it's coming around.
Nice. So about 6 months, maybe starting to get this.
I'm thinking about
going?
6 months. We should be ready to start hosting people.
Are you always going to be kind of going back and forth? Are you still going to keep what you're doing and kind of go that way? Or are you going to end up making a plunge, you think, at some point? Or would that be, is that way in the...
I think I'll probably just keep going back and forth. I mean, I like to stay moving anyhow. I can't stay in one place for too long. I mean, even with the concession catering business, I'm always, every weekend I'm in a different city or town, and I'm setting up basically a whole restaurant in a different part of the state, mainly in Florida, Georgia, or, southern U.S. So I mean, traveling back and forth, and that allows me to not have to worry about getting all the paperwork right away for my residency, which eventually I should be able to have. But I mean, it's only a 3-hour flight from Orlando.
Right.
And I mean, I had one person down here who was worried and had to go see a doctor, and they were worried about it. Called me at 11:58 p.m. I landed in Costa Rica at 11:45 a.m. the next morning. And it was the only reason it took that long is because the first flight out was at 9:30 in the morning.
Right.
But I was there, boom, it took 3 hours to get here. I was there, met them. So, I mean, it's really a lot closer than we think, and it's a lot easier. I was thinking about, people take trips down to the Keys or down to Miami from Orlando. It's like a 5-hour drive. It's 8 hours down to the Keys. I was like, I can be in Costa Rica in 3 hours.
Right.
My house is only 40 minutes from the airport. So I'm like, boom, shoot down there, and I'm here in 3 hours, no problem. So, and with my business there, I'm going to mainly just keep doing the big festivals like I do, and I need that, excitement. I found out, we all say we want to go live out in the wilderness and be away from all civilization and don't talk to anybody again. But you spend 2 days out in the woods all alone, no Wi-Fi, no internet, and you start to realize that you kind of might like people,
Well, it's funny. We always say like kind of the same thing. We always people go, I want to be off the beaten path.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they do, but they want a freeway right there.
Yeah,
next
they want
to
Wi-Fi.
They want the beaten path, and the freeway needs to be right there
Right,
too.
exactly, yeah. So after 2 days out there, I was like, all right, I need to be around people. I'm gonna go crazy.
But it's still a good experience. It's kind of a little Jack Kerouac thing of kind of hanging out for a while with your own, thoughts and stuff.
Yes.
Hey, man, I'd be interested in bringing our highly technological things down there and maybe film when you get kind of up and going, and we can keep up to date with you and what you're doing. Hey man, thanks so much for talking to us, Jason. I totally appreciate it, and I think we're gonna see you again.
Yes, I hope to keep making videos with you. Like I said, I've always followed you for years. You've been a big idol of mine. You and Anthony Bourdain were like my two idols if I could ever meet in my life, and I got to meet one.
Did I just get connected with Anthony Bourdain? Oh shit, that's too much. I love him actually.
Yeah,
I love him.
It's sad that I didn't get to meet him, but I'm happy I got to meet you, and hopefully we can stay in touch. And
we're gonna stay in touch. We're gonna be filming. All right, man. This is Jason. I'm Michael Allen, TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Why wouldn't it? All right, man. Ciao.